sweetie. How are you doing? And how are you after all the commotion and all the things that you had to do during the holidays? Yes, I bet it's very stressful. But it's wonderful to create and build memories with your loved ones during this special time of the year. And right now it's the perfect time to think a little bit about a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous nail look for 2020. And I was thinking about doing a marvelous Gatsby inspired makeup look on you today. How about that? Oh yes, I think it's very fun, and I think actually that the Gatsby and the Roaring 20s is going to really trend in 2020. So I thought about doing a marvelous little sparkly, beautiful, smoky eye with vampy lips. You're going to look like an absolutely gorgeous diva from the silent movie era. Okay? Perfect. So I'm going to start by applying a hydrating primer. I like to use primer because especially during the winter you need to make sure that your skin is nice and supple. Okay, love? So I'm going to pat all over, and this primer here is paraben free, so it's very safe to use, and this is the Avant primer. Okay, so I like to put a very nice amount, especially because it's a nice moisturizing primer, and apply slowly all over your face, making sure, especially in the forehead, making sure all the places are nice and moisturized, beautiful, supple and hydrated. Very nice and moist, moist, moist. Yes, moist is one of my favorite English words. I know some people don't like it, but I think it's a very nice sound. And supple, supple, supple is another word I like a lot. So how was your holiday, sweetie? Okay. Well, mine were very peaceful, and on the Boxing Day or the 25th, I don't know how you guys say, I was watching a lot of QVC and stuff like that because I love to watch people demonstrating products. I think it's very soothing. I think actually ASMR for me started by watching some certain TV salespeople. They have a very soothing voice, and I think it really triggered it on me. Yes, darling. So I was doing that because in Brazil, actually, the big thing is on the 24th. We wait until midnight to have our supper. So, and we share presents as well. And the 24th, it's technically the 25th. However, it's still 24th because we didn't sleep. Yeah, we are funny like that. So it was nice. I got some gifts. It was marvelous. And even one of the gifts I'm going to show you because I have right here. For foundation, I'm going to use a nice high coverage foundation. This skin in the 1920s, especially for the silent movie stars, were very perfected in very heavy makeup. It was before all the new makeup inventions started, when they started to try to promote makeup to the daily wear, the common woman. the makeup for the movies were very, very harsh and very strong. The lipstick were stronger, the smokiness of the eyes were very smoky because they needed to capture that on camera. So to mimic that, mimic a perfect complexion, I'm going to be using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting. It's a very beautiful satin finish foundation, and it's beautiful coverage, which is wonderful, and has a little doe foot applicator. I'm just going to put in the center of your face. And then I'm going to blend with a wonderful little sponge that's damp, and I just like to pat all over the face. I like this sponge when I'm using a high coverage foundation because it kind of softens the look. Yes. And we always can apply a little bit more in the places that you need a little bit more coverage, but you don't need much because your face looks fabulous, darling. Your skin looks great. So what are your plans for the new decade? Okay. Okay. Well, we all have a lot of, I think it's a magical time, but we all have a lot of plans and ideas and new ventures that we pretend to start, and it's a wonderful, wonderful time of the year. So some people feel pressure, but I don't. I feel like it's a new chapter, a new page, a new decade. It's kind of magical, isn't it? It's so many things we can change. You know, every time we're breathing, we can change. If you're alive, you can change. You can change anything that you are not pleased with at the moment. And you can make your life a whole lot different. So may all your dreams come true, okay? With this new decade, may you be highly blessed and successful. Because you deserve it. Just remember that. You deserve it. You deserve the success. You deserve happiness. You deserve joy. You deserve all the good things. Yes. Because you're a good person. Just remember that. And the more you think about that, the more you're going to attract to you the positivity. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild. What's the word? Photo Focus concealer. And concealer, I just like to put right here in the corner and then blend. I don't like to put a lot of cake on a lot of concealer. It kind of ages the person a little bit. Yeah, I don't like it at all. No. So I'm just going to blend. And then the leftover, kind of bring it down a little bit here to where you have the highest points, just to brighten just the leftover that's in the sponge. And now let's show you one of my Christmas gifts. I don't know about you, but I absolutely adore to get makeup for Christmas, and I got this as a gift. It's still available on QVC. I'm going to leave you with a link. It's the It Girl beauty book. I think every year they release a beauty book, but this is the first time I actually bought it. And it comes like with several things. It comes here with some concealers. Then you have the Bye Bye Pores Pressed. I don't know if you remember, but it's basically a setting powder, very thinly milled. I like to use the Bye Bye Pores Pressed Illuminating to give like a soft glow to my skin. I love that. And this one is not illuminating. This is just the setting powder. And then they have a Bye Bye Pores bronzer that actually looks good on me. It looks very subtle, but it's very nice and warm in the color Beach. Then they have a It Girl, how I say it, blush, and it's beautiful because it's one of their gradient blushes. So in the top you have this kind of pinky rose champagne color, and in the bottom you have this very bright pink. It's in the color Bubbly. Then you have 3 lipsticks. What I love to apply lipstick with a lip pencil, a illuminating glow kind of. We're going to put a little bit on you. This is kind of a glow cream, and they all separate. And here you have a mirror, and you have a eye foundation base and some eyeshadows, as you can see. And this is a taupe eyebrow powder, and this is a liner. So I think it's fabulous. It's such a small thing, you can carry anywhere. So nice and practical. And you have basically everything besides the foundation and the mascara. You have basically everything in here, so I thought it was brilliant. So I'm going to set your makeup with the Bye Bye Pores pressed translucent powder, and especially under where I put the concealer. I like to apply with like little pads, just stippling the powder. And the same thing in here, just stippling the powder to make sure you don't crease right here, because you don't want to crease, okay? And I don't know about you, but my T-zone tends to get oily, especially on my lip area. So I'm going to apply, also concentrating the powder in a stippling motion to your upper lip, chin, nose, and your forehead. And the rest I just apply in a very buffing motion, just set and very little powder, because you want a matte look for the 1920s, but you don't want, it's kind of a revamped 1920s. You still want to glow, So I'm just going to apply this all over. Perfect. Now bronzing. They did in the 1920s, they did some contouring, but it wasn't as harsh. It was a very nice definition, but not as harsh as we do today. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to warm your skin a little bit, but without the very, like I'm wearing right now. So I'm getting a little bit of the bronzer, and I'm just going to put lightly on the sides of your forehead, very light. And can you do this for me, a fish face? Perfect. And then I'm just going to put here, just to define your your face a little bit. You don't need much. And then on your jawline. Perfect. And the blush, they like to concentrate the blush like in a circular motion, like this, okay? Very nice and circular, and to make like a doll like blush. So I'm concentrating the pink part. I'm going to just buff in, smile. Okay, perfect. You're going to look like a little doll. And this brightening, sparkly part, I'm going to put a little bit of the glow, that is the creamy illuminating. And I'm just going to dab in the top of your cheeks, like so. Just dab, 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 dab. The same thing here. Dab, 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 dab. And a little bit on your nose. Perfect. And I'm going to set it with a little bit of the highlight part of the blush. Perfect. Now let's do the eyes, okay? To do the eyes, I'm going to start with the eye foundation. It's basically a powder eye primer, and I'm going to apply all over your eyelids. There we go. Perfect. And because we want the very 1920s smoky eye, I'm going to get a little kohl pencil. This one is the Bare Minerals Lasting Line, and it comes with a smudger, and it's in black. And I'm just going to apply that to your upper lash line, very close to your lashes. You don't need to make a cat eye or anything, this is just a base for our smokiness. Here too. And to your lash line under your lower lashes. But I try to avoid the waterline because your eyes are supposed to look as big as possible. So avoid the waterline and just put like in a smudge part, okay? Yes, perfect. You can connect to make your eyes look like very round. And then I'm going to smudge that. The smudger or a flat brush, it's your best friend to do that. Perfect. So now we have a base for a smoky eye. I'm going to get this color here. I absolutely love this color. It's Wink. It's a dark smoky green with gold speckles, gold glitter, and I'm just going to apply all over your eye and everything, like your crease, your lid, all over, okay? Same thing here. Just going to apply all over. Perfect. And then I'm going to get the superhero liner, and I'm just going to dab where I had the smokiness of the liner, the eyeliner. Perfect. And this your lower line with the black as well. And you have to blend that into the green. I'm going to get a little bit of the Wink and put in your lower lash as well. And I'm going to get the color Pink. This color is so powerful, and I'm going to put under your brows. Okay, perfect. And we have a perfectly smoked eye, but yet very subtle, because you don't want black smoke, because they did not, they had that, but it was more in theater. Yeah, we want a wearable look, right? So I'm going to apply the lashes. The mascara, you need like tons and tons and tons of mascara, because your lashes have to be very nice and defined. This is the Big Eagle by Tarte. Make sure it's all nice and coated. And we are going to apply the lower lashes as well, to make sure they are nice, your eyes are nice and open and very big. Okay, this is the first coat, and we are going to do your brows. For your brows, I'm going to be using the It Cosmetics brow powder, brow power, and it's a pencil, universal pencil. So I'm just going to use this spoolie and brush your brows. Perfect. And then I'm just going to define them nicely, just the base of it, because I saw that the brows in 2020 are going to be very nice and natural looking, but I wanted them to be very nice and arch, very nice and arch, and I'm going to elongate the tail a little bit towards down, so that gives that like puppy eye look, you know, sad kind of puppy look. Yeah, it was very common in the 20s. So I'm just gonna give you little strokes and pull that down like that. The same thing in here. Perfect. And then I'm going to brush, blending. And same thing here. Perfect. Now another application of the mascara. Up and 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 up. Up and 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 up. Perfect. And then for lipstick, I want a nice wine color, deep color. That's what they had back then. You see a lot in the silent movie stars, almost a darkened plum, even black. And I think in the next year the dark lip is going to come very strongly. And this one is by Lancome, and it's the color 179, and it's a beautiful dark color, as you can see, but it's still very wearable. And the difference, I think the biggest difference is that we like to overline our lips, and back then they did not like to overline the lips. Actually, they liked to make the mouth look smaller, so the eyes would look bigger, and they like to have a very defined cupid's bow. Okay, so I'm just going to define your cupid bow right here, and just apply to your natural lip line. Okay, no overdraw, nothing. And can you smash your lips together? And I like you to just blend a little bit and apply another layer, just to make sure it's nice and dark. Perfect. I love this color and I love the smell as well. To finish, I'm going to do another application of the mascara. Okay, there we go. We are almost done, sweetie. And you are a absolutely ready for a wonderful Gatsby theme party. You just need to get your bob hair wig or make a nice short faux bob look and sparkly jewelry, beaded dresses, and you're ready to bring in the 20s full force for the next decade. Okay? Thank you so much, my love, for letting me take care of you and do your makeup today. And may you have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed night and a blessed decade too, okay? Okay, thank you so much. God bless. I love, 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 love you. Don't forget that. I see you later. Bye bye. Good dreams, sweetie.